Thank you for joining us today. This presentation will help inform you about shame and honor-based violence by sharing the key related concepts that pertain to this form of violence. Shame and honor-based violence, which is a human rights issue, remains a hidden but often swept under the rug problem in Canada. This is especially true in the context of cultural and religious acceptance. What is honor and how does this lead to violence and abuse? Honor is common to every individual. Honor for a person from an individualistic society relates largely to oneself, while honor in a collective society relates to the individual in reference to their family, extended family, and community. In both cases, honor is a positive concept that leads to equality, respect, and dignity. However, when honor shifts from being positive to negative, it stems from a misplaced, twisted sense of honor rooted in patriarchy, where honor is carried and contained by women and is there to be guarded by men. What is shame and honor-based violence? Shame and honor-based violence is defined as an incident or crime which has or may have been committed to protect or defend the honor of the family and or community. This happens when a person, most often a woman, is subject to violence and abuse by her collective family and or community in order to restore honor, presumed to have been lost by her behavior, most often through expressions of sexual autonomy. How is shame and honor-based violence different from domestic violence? Shame and honor-based violence differs distinctively from other forms of violence and abuse based on its collective nature, where many members of an extended family conspire in the act and may act in concert. There are often more than one perpetrator, so there are multiple perpetrators. Again, often prior planning goes on before the actual crime takes place, and perpetrators seldom display remorse since they believe the violence was needed to restore honor. What forms does shame and honor-based violence take, and who are the perpetrators? Shame and honor-based violence takes the form of forced marriage, virginity testing, rape, maiming, as in physical body mutilation, forced abortion, hymen repair, female genital mutilation, murder, and emotional and psychological abuse, often leading to suicide. Spouses, family members, hired criminals, victims themselves, and community members are often involved in carrying out the crime. What is an arranged marriage and what is a forced marriage? Are they the same? An arranged marriage is one in which families take a leading role, but both the parties have the free will and choice to accept or decline the arrangement. While a forced marriage takes place without the full and free consent of both parties. This can include physical force in addition to emotional pressures and threat. But of course, there is always a gray area. A marriage may start out as being arranged, but sometimes descend into becoming a forced marriage due to family interference and pressures. Forced marriages remain a hidden problem in Canada. What is Bill S7? In Canada, according to Bill S7, it is illegal to celebrate, aid, or participate in a marriage knowing that one of the parties is marrying against his or her will, or knowing that one of the parties to the marriage is under the age of 16. The maximum penalty for these offenses is 5 years imprisonment. What should one do if they suspect shame and honor-based violence? If you suspect shame and honor-based violence, find an opportunity to talk to the survivor without drawing attention as to the reason why. Find a confidential private space to talk to the survivor, which is not in public view. ensure you have a safety plan and means of contact for the survivor that provides a safety net. For example, a code that ensures that you are speaking to the victim and not a family member if you need to contact them by phone. Use an accredited interpreter if you need one. Get educated about the laws and their rights. What should one not do if they suspect shame and honor-based violence? Do not involve family members or attempt to mediate, as this could be dangerous. Do not use friends, relatives, or community members as interpreters. Do not overlook possible breaches of confidentiality from within your own circle of friends, acquaintances who may be from the same community of the survivor. Do not share information with the family, community, members of the public, or the media without the express consent of the survivor. What should I do if I know of somebody being forced to marry? It is not uncommon for referrals to be made by third parties. If you fear a friend is being forced into marriage, you can contact the police or find a not-for-profit organization that specializes in minority women's issues for advice and support. Thank you for your participation by taking a step ahead to stay informed about a Canadian issue affecting our citizens.